Why I love Thomas Aquinas. Not only was he a G, but he was also a saint, making him a fairly impressive individual. He lived in the 13th century and is clearly immense due to the fact that his thoughts remain today. Aquinas did just about everything. He came up with the ethical theory natural law, which is an absolutist ethical theory that underpins Catholic teachings. For this, he came up with 5 primary precepts. 1. To protect and preserve life. 2. To reproduce. 3. To educate the young. 4. Live in an ordered society. 5. To worship God. From these, secondary precepts could be worked out, and this is the action that you would take. From the primary precepts, you can work out that going around and killing people is wrong because you're not preserving life. Aquinas also contributed to philosophy, in particular for the cosmological argument, which is an argument for the existence of God based upon the idea that the universe must have a cause. The first argument that he came up with was the idea of an unmoved mover, and this came to mind due to the fact that there is change and movement within the universe, and there needs to be an agent that brings about this change and movement, and this is God. For example, people's appearances change over time, so there's evidence of change in the universe. His second argument was the idea of the uncaused causa. Everything needs to have a cause to come into existence. There must be something that is uncaused to start off this, and this is God. The third argument is of contingency and necessity. Everything in the universe is contingent, meaning that it has been caused to exist and is possible not to exist. Therefore, there must be a necessary being that causes these contingent beings to come into existence, and this is uncaused itself. And therefore, they are a necessary being, and this is God. The first 2 of the 3 arguments are very similar to Aristotle's idea of the prime mover, and this just goes to show how Aquinas felt man love for Aristotle. Essentially, Aquinas is amazing and contributed to everything which he wrote down in a really big book.